Hello, everyone, and welcome to Florida Data Science Academy's YouTube tutorial on how to build R projects in Rstudio. So R projects are particularly useful if you're collaborating with other colleagues and other academics where you want to be able to share data sets and R scripts without having the difficulties of setting working directories and a lot of the issues that come when you are collaborating with other academics. So I'm going to show you how to start off building an R project. First, we're going to click our File window, and then we're going to click New Project. I'm going to click a new directory, and then I'm going to start a new project. I'm going to call this directory name. I'm working with Kaggle's Titanic data, so I'm going to call it Titanic Data Analysis. And then I'm going to click Browse to determine where I actually want to store this R project, and it's I have this Florida Data Science Academy folder with a subfolder called Titanic, and I'm going to store it in there. So I'm going to click Create Project. And now we've created a new R project called Titanic Data Analysis. But now I want to put the Titanic Kaggle data inside this directory so that when I share it with other colleagues, they will get all of the data that was intended for them to use. So I'm going to go into my folder. You can see that we have the training data, the test data, and the gender submission data that Kaggle provides. So I'm going to copy this data. I'm going to go into this Titanic data analysis folder, and we can see that our R project is right there. So I'm going to paste it into this subfolder called Titanic data analysis. And then I'm going to go back into Rstudio, and we can see that R is now understanding that there are 3 CSV files called gender submission, test.csv, and a training data set as well. So we don't want to just send the R project and the data. We also want to set an R script that other colleagues can work with. So I'm going to click New File and create a new R script. I'll write a comment to myself called Titanic Data Analysis. Hopefully I spelled that correctly. And we'll start off by reading in the training data. So I'll call this object training, and then I'm going to use the read.csv file, and this is where our projects are particularly useful. So generally you would have to set a working directory to be able to load certain data sets. But because we are working within an R project, and R already understands that there are 3 CSV files attached to this R project, we can just write the quotation and then click Tab. And then we can see that R already understands that there are 3 different data sets attached to this working directory. So we can read in train.csv, read that in. We see that the training data is read in quite effectively. We can read in our testing data, call that testing, and then read.csv, use a quotation and the tab. We can read in our testing data, worked effectively, and then we can use the gender data, which is the gender submission, and we can use read.csv, tab, and we can read in our gender submission data that way. So just wanted to demonstrate to you how effective and useful that R projects can be. So I can actually just save this R script. We can call it Titanic script. And then I can zip up this entire R project in this window. I can create a zip file with all of these different files, and then I can send them to another colleague through email. And then when they open up this R project, all of the data sets and the R script and the R project will already be attached. So your colleague won't have to deal with the difficulties of setting working directories and getting errors. So I hope this demonstrates the efficacy of using R projects, particularly in collaboration. And I hope you stay tuned for more Florida Data Science Academy videos. And thanks a lot for your time.